Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Most of you are new here, so hello, I'm Rachel. I'm a first year medical student and yeah. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I study in medical school. I received a lot of comments asking how I study in medical school. It was really hard to film this video just because every day is pretty different and the material varies, obviously. The method of how I want to retain that information varies. So I tried to show you guys how I'm studying. Man, this is tough. This is really hard to film because it's so not set in stone. I'm gonna do my best to talk you through it, and then I also have footage showing you how I'm studying. By all means, this is not the only way to study. There are so many different ways that people study. This is just how it works for me, and it's not the golden standard. Let's get started with the video, and yeah. I want to talk about previewing really quick because this is one of the essential things. The night before a certain set of lectures, I will bring up the lectures on my computer and I'll use a split screen on my Mac, and I have the PowerPoint on one slide, and at the beginning of the PowerPoint there are learning objectives. The idea with learning objectives is that if you know them, then you're going to be in good shape for the exam. And by previewing, I'm mainly searching for the key points that will answer those learning objectives, and then I will just reword whatever is in the PowerPoint and put it in my learning objective, just so I'm already starting to retain information that way. So in the evening time, when I've been studying all day, I'll cut off at a certain point from the material from the previous day or that current day, and I will start previewing for the following day. I have variations in how I study, and by variations is completely dictated by whether I'm going to class or not that day, and if I have a lot of labs that day, which would limit my time to study at home. And I like to make a set of goals of what I want to get done that day, and whether I complete all of them or not, that's okay, because sometimes you don't know how long it's going to take you to get through something. So here's the footage of after I've gone to class and then I'm home and I need to start studying for the rest of the day. There was a lecture that happened this morning that I didn't stay for, and so I'm gonna watch that now. So they put up the lecture because they stream it. The program that the school streams their lectures from, it has it built in, so I don't know of an external app that you can download to do that, but I know that there are some out there. This is how I watched lectures from home while also studying. I did preview this lecture yesterday, so I have the PowerPoint up on the iPad, and I also have it split screen on the Mac where I'm gonna stream the lecture, and they also have the PowerPoint up. And then I have my notes that I took from the night before. These are the learning objectives, and I filled them out. And then if anything the lecturer says that I find is important, I write it also using this thing. This is the Amazon version of the Apple Pencil or whatever it's called. So the other variation of how I study is on a day when I don't go to lecture, and I just, like I said, I prefer not to go unless I have to, just because I'm way more productive when I'm here. So last night I previewed the lectures for today, and just going through them, really easy skimming, right? And so today the lectures are happening right now, and the recording's not up yet because obviously they're still going. So what I'm doing is I'm going through the PowerPoints right now, but in way more detail, and actually trying to understand the information, which I am, which is really good. So I'm going through those because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to watch the lectures today, or maybe I will later on. But I want to make sure that I'm actually starting to understand the material, and it's not going to be brand new to me when I actually watch the lectures. I do have anatomy lab dissection today, so I'm going to start hammering away at the muscles of the arm because it's going to save me later since our practical is Tuesday. So I'm just sitting here, I have the learning objectives up and the PowerPoint up, and I am just trying to really understand those. The thing about studying in medical school is that there's so much information, and you have to prioritize how you're going to tackle the information and when you're going to tackle the information. So I finished those two lectures for today that aren't anatomy related, and so I need to move forward onto anatomy since the practical is coming up. I'm watching YouTube videos of how to understand the muscles of the forearm and the hand easier. That's a resource that I also use when just reading it straight up from a book or a PowerPoint is more difficult. I resort to videos. A way that I study for anatomy, as you guys know, was drawing everything and then posting it up in my site. That's how I study for anatomy. Talking to myself and reading the muscle charts, drawing, watching videos, and then of course going into the anatomy lab and actually studying the cadavers, because pictures and stuff are great, but seeing the actual body where there is no color, you know, it's a little different. I just want to break down really quickly of how I study and just spit it out to you. So I'm going to start off with the night before. I preview for the following day, and by previewing, I'm going through the PowerPoint along with the learning objectives, and I will fill in the learning objectives and have a good idea of what the entire presentation is going to be about. Go to the next day. I do go to the gym in the morning for the most part. Usually do cardio during the weekdays, because I will bring my iPad, and on the treadmill or whatever I'm on, I will go through PowerPoints and just review stuff from the day prior. Then I come home. Typically, I don't go to lectures, so this is how my day goes most days out of the week. Since I get up pretty early, I will have that gap between when I get home from the gym and when the lecture will be up, around like 9:15, and I use that window of time to go over stuff from the day before and just refresh my brain and make sure it's in there. Then once the lectures are posted, I can watch those, and I watch those at 2 times the speed, and I will have my iPad out with the PowerPoint on it so I can write on it with my Amazon pencil thing. Then I'll have the lecture on one side of my screen, and on the right side of my screen I will have the learning objectives that I've already done the night before, and I'll fill in more things. After the lectures are done, if I don't have lab, then obviously I just keep studying for the rest of the night. And that's a very vague way to describe studying, because I literally just will read the PowerPoints, take notes, and then put the puzzle pieces together. There's not much to it. It's a lot of just quiet sitting there and just thinking, just really thinking really hard, trying to understand what the heck's happening, because you can't really memorize these things. I'm sorry it's not what you guys expected, some crazy routine, some like mastermind of how you're supposed to study, but this is just how my brain works, and I'm just gonna go with it. And of course I'll fill you guys in when I do change my study routine, if I ever do, and I know things will change over time, so expect another video. I hope it's filmed way better than this one. I know you guys wanted to see this, and I hope I did it justice. I'm gonna keep vlogging, and I have seen so many questions from you guys that I intend to answer in next week's vlog. I look forward to chatting with you guys in the comments as always. Thank you so much for being so awesome and being here with me on this journey, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!